is just one of the several types of media that can be used to enhance plant growth and development. The soil environment influences the supply of nutrients and provides anchorage for the plant via its root. Proper preparation of a soil medium is therefore important to the viability of a plant. It also aids in drainage, air movement through the soil, and the effective uptake of nutrients by the plant. Hello, I am Demoy Nash, Superintendent of the Public Gardens Division of MyCAF. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to prepare a soil medium for potting or planting. By the end of the video, you should be able to select the components needed to make a soil medium, select appropriate tools, materials for preparing a soil medium, select appropriate personal protective equipment to prepare a soil medium, prepare the components needed to make a soil medium, calculate the ratio of components needed to make a soil medium, incorporate components to make a soil medium. Throughout the video, you'll be exposed to these employability skills: compliance with relevant regulations, horticultural standards and OH&S requirements, adherence to industry standards, procedures and instructions, organizational skills, safety consciousness for self and others, attention to details, numeracy, and thoroughness. We will need the following tools, equipment, and materials: a shovel, a wheelbarrow, organic manure, commonly referred to as OM. As you look, it's a dark mixture that is broken down from poultry litter. We'll also be using sand and loam. We'll be using following personal protective equipment: a coverall, a pair of gloves, a goggles, and a pair of protective shoes. Let's now look at the role each component plays in the soil medium. Firstly, loam is the predominant material that is used in the mixture. It provides anchorage for the plant roots and is the main source of nutrients for the plant. Then we have the sand. And the primary function of the sand is to make the soil much friable, loose and easy to work with. It will also allow for drainage and increase aeration to the plant roots. We have the organic manure. This will supply your nutrients. It will also enhance the retention of moisture and also support some element of anchorage. Let's review selecting the components needed to make a soil medium for potting or planting. The three main components that are used to make the soil medium are sand, loam, organic manure, which is commonly referred to as OM. The sand is used mainly for drainage. The loam is used mainly for anchorage and to supply nutrients. The organic manure is to enhance your nutrient content and to retain levels of moisture. Once you have selected the components, you are now ready to prepare them for use. An important part of this preparation is observing the condition of the components and removing all extraneous materials. This is essential in order to destroy potential hosts for pests, eliminate hazards, objects that can affect proper root growth, hinder drainage, and aeration. As you can see, as I'm preparing the different components for the medium, I am going through each of them and I'm removing extraneous materials. I'm looking for trash, twigs, looking for large stones, pieces of glass, and I'm moving gently as not to cause any damages to the hand. We'll also be looking at the loam, and as we are going through, what is happening here is that most of the materials here are clumpy, so just using the fingers to break them apart. Let's review how to carry out observation of the components and removing all extraneous materials. Observe the components for extraneous materials such as pieces of glass, twigs, stones, huge clots of soils, and any other such materials. After observing these extraneous materials, these should be removed from the components. In determining a ratio for the mix, usually a ratio of 3:1 is utilized. The loam, which is the most predominant one, normally we use 3 parts. We use 2 parts of organic manure and we use 1 part of sand. The reason for this, because as the name suggests, a soil medium, the soil must be predominant, because you're making a soil mix. You use the sand 1 part because you don't want to make the mixture too porous. You want some level of moisture retention, but still allows for drainage. The ratio is to be used for all future mixes. Let's take, for example, you are going to make a larger mix. You would use 6 parts of soil to 4 parts of manure to 2 parts sand. So you have to adhere to the given ratio, which is 3:1. 3 parts soil, 2 parts manure, 1 part sand. Let us review the ratio that is used to prepare the soil medium. This is a general acceptable ratio, which is 3:1. 3 parts of loam, 2 parts organic manure, 1 part sand. Now we will be preparing our mix. We will be using other personal protective equipment. The gloves to protect the hand, because we'll be using the shovel, and the goggles to protect the eye. Let's incorporate the mix. Hole at the base of the container, and you pour the sand component right across the manure. It's now time to add your soil. Also at this stage, you can feel free to look around and observe the components and remove any extraneous material. It's now time to finish mixing your media. In using the shovel, you want to establish a firm stance, and then you begin to mix all your materials together. Feel free to move around, ensuring all components are incorporated. As you see, a natural blend is forming. Your organic manure, your sand, and your soil. Ensure to watch your step. To know when the mixture is completed, you look for evenness of all the components across the mixture. So no one component should be outstanding. As you can see, it's pretty similar right across the surface of the media. As you can observe that there's sameness across the medium, we are now finished. You can now use the medium for potting and planting. Let us review how we incorporate the different components to make the soil medium. Pour all the components together. Mix all the components together until they are evenly distributed in the soil medium. Thanks for watching this video on preparing a soil medium for potting and planting. You should have learned the correct way to select the components needed to make a soil medium, select appropriate tools, materials, and equipment for preparing a soil medium, select appropriate personal protective equipment to prepare a soil medium. Prepare the components needed to make a soil medium. Calculate the ratio of components needed to make a soil medium and to incorporate these components to make a soil medium. When preparing your soil medium, always remember to comply with relevant regulations, horticultural standards, and OH&S requirements. Adhere to industry standards, procedures, and instructions. Be conscious of and safeguard your safety and the safety of those around you. Organize your tools, materials, and equipment so that you can move efficiently through the process. Pay attention to details when observing the condition of the components and removing all extraneous materials. Be thorough when incorporating your components to make the soil medium.